One benefit of Spirodox in sports as an exercise would be that it increases your cardiovascular fitness. This is through it being fast-paced and engaging the heart and lungs. This improves your cardiovascular endurance, which is essential to a lot of sports where there is a need to sustain energy. Another benefit would be the increased coordination and agility that gives you, as coordinating your movements between jumping and swinging your arms in a controlled manner enhances your overall body coordination, which is important to sports that need you to be precise and quick with your movements. The last benefit that Spirodox gives you would be that it engages your entire body, as it includes your arms, your core, your legs and your shoulders, and the jumping motion strengthens the leg muscles while the arm motions engage your upper body and core. This makes an overall excellent full body workout. However, this does come with limitations. One would be that it is not sport specific, as it is a general fitness benefit rather than mimicking any specific sport movements. For example, a basketball player, they would need to work on their shooting ability or dribbling ability, and this exercise does not target any of those types of exercise. Another limitation would be that it has a potential risk for high impact on the joints, as the high impact nature of jumping can be rough on the joints, particularly your knees and ankles, if not done with the proper technique. And the last limitation would be that it can be very fatiguing, as the fast pace and continuous nature of the exercise can lead to fatigue, and especially for those who are not accustomed to high intensity workouts.
Here are 3 benefits of box step-ups in sport. One of the benefits is that box step-ups primarily target the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes and the calves. By working these large groups of muscles, they will help to build lower body strength, which is essential in nearly every sport, from sprinting to jumping to tackling in football. Another benefit is that it enhances functional fitness. This means this exercise is functional because it mimics natural everyday movements such as stepping onto stairs, jumping or even running. In many different sports, functional fitness is crucial because it involves movements that can translate directly into improved performance into your specific sport. The last benefit is that it's increased power and explosiveness. This means when performed with added weight, such as holding dumbbells or a barbell, box step-ups can improve lower body power and explosiveness. This is beneficial in sports that require quick, explosive movements, which can be basketball, volleyball in jumping, or football for sprinting and tackling. However, each exercise always comes with limitations. There are 3 limitations I'm going to talk about. One of them is that it is limited upper body engagement. This means that while box step-ups are great for lower body and core, they don't target upper body much. This means that sports that require upper body strength, such as rowing, swimming or wrestling, would need additional exercises to address this imbalance. Another limitation is that it is limited to lower body development. Although box step-ups help develop strength, power and coordination in the legs, they do not target the same level of strength and development that exercises like squats or deadlifts provide for the lower body. For many athletes, they need to maximize strength, such as sprinters in football or footballers. Complementary strength exercises may have to be necessary. And the last limitation I'm going to talk about is the risk of knee injury. This is when the exercise is performed incorrectly. If box step-ups are not performed with a proper form, especially with an improper knee alignment or using too much weight, they can strain the knees. Athletes with pre-existing knee issues could approach this exercise cautiously and ensure correct technique to avoid any knee injuries. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is how the treadmill can be suited for specific groups and their preferences. The first group I'm going to be talking about is beginners or people who are new to exercise. This means that beginners typically need a low-impact, easy-to-follow workout to build their confidence and fitness in the gym without overwhelming their bodies. The treadmill can help because it has adjustable speed. This means that beginners can start at a slow pace and gradually increase their speed as their fitness improves, helping them avoid injury and build stamina. Another one that is low impact. Walking on a treadmill is a low-impact exercise that's easier on the joints compared to activities such as running or jumping, making it a good choice for any newcomers or beginners. The last benefit is that it has safety features. This means that many treadmills have handrails for added stability and balance, which can make people feel more secure and safe during their workouts. Any preferred features for these beginners can be that it has speed control. This means that it's a beginner-friendly speed range that allows walking at a comfortable pace, and it has a flat surface, meaning that you starting with no incline can reduce strain and make it easier to maintain a steady and moderate pace. Another group that the treadmill benefits is people who are looking to lose weight or burn fat. For weight loss, high-intensity workouts promote calorie burning and fat loss, meaning that the treadmill will help them because there is incline settings. This means that increasing the incline on the treadmill mimics uphill walking, which can help burn more calories and tone their muscles. This can also increase the intensity of the workout without having to increase any speed. Another benefit is that it benefits interval training. This means high-intensity interval training, standing for HIIT, can easily be performed on a treadmill, alternating between fast walking or running and periods of slower pace or rest. This means this can boost metabolism and accelerate fat burning. There are some preferred features for these groups, which means there is an incline functionality. A treadmill with an incline function allows users to engage different muscle groups and increase their calorie burn. And another one is that there are pre-programmed workouts. So some treadmills offers preset weight loss programs that combine different speeds and inclines to optimize the fat burning.
Boot camps are a type of workout which is typically high intensity and it focuses on building strength, endurance, and overall fitness. This format of exercise is very popular, however, it does meet the specific needs and preferences of various groups. A group which I believe wouldn't benefit as much as others to boot camps would be beginners or people that are new to exercise, as they often require more manageable and less intimidating approaches to fitness, and to focus rather on fitness itself, more confidence and learning on proper form, then gradually moving into fitness, improving their fitness levels. The intensity of these modified circuits should really be low impact movements such as bodyweight squats or walking lunges, and gradually, as I said, increase the intensity of their participants' fitness. There's a lot of focus on technique and there is a need for a supportive environment which boot camps don't really give. Boot camps are well suited for specific groups such as people who are looking to lose weight or individuals who are seeking to improve their cardiovascular fitness, as this includes high intensity interval training or HIIT. HIIT sessions are time efficient and maximize calorie burn during and after workouts, and they also cater to people who enjoy short bursts of intense effort. An example of this would be a busy professional who has 30 minutes for a workout. They would implicate techniques used in boot camps. However, I wouldn't believe that boot camps are not suitable for people who are beginners to training or new to workouts, as they require more focus on their confidence and technique rather than the amount they are able to cram into one session. So working on weight-bearing exercises such as lunges, squats, and push-ups would be more beneficial to those. Med balls or medicine balls are a versatile tool that is used in exercise for various training methods, each catering to specific fitness needs. One group which I believe would benefit from using medicine balls would be athletes who are focusing on power development, as medicine balls can be used to improve explosive strength and helps those who are involved in ball sports such as basketball or volleyball. They're effective because they add resistance to explosive movements, enhancing power and speed. And they also can be used in things such as med ball slams or rotational throws to mimic sport-specific actions. Another group I believe would benefit from this would be people who are seeking stability and injury prevention. So people such as beginners or older adult would benefit from this, as it allows dynamic movements such as Russian twists, med ball planks, which all engage in deep core muscles and are beneficial for those who have sedentary lifestyles or just poor posture. So this would be useful for people such as an office worker who uses med ball for twists to counteract their sitting posture. However, I believe that a person who wouldn't benefit from using med balls would be children, as even though the weights are very versatile, the weight bearing can be too much for their body, as they are still growing and their bones may become stunted. CrossFit classes are a blend of strength, endurance, and functional fitness, which makes a wide range of fitness goals. However, this does, again, only help a certain group of individuals. A group which I believe would benefit from doing CrossFit classes would be people who are aiming for muscle gain and power development. So athletes who want to take advantage of CrossFit for its compound lifts like deadlifts, squats, and bench presses, which target multiple muscle groups for strength and hypertrophy, and also for its heavy lifts, which are performed with proper technique that cater to which are focused on improving their maximum strength. Individuals that would not benefit from CrossFit would be people who have severe or chronic illnesses, as the high-intensity nature of CrossFit can exacerbate conditions such as heart issues or joint problems, and also certain movements such as heavy lifting may not be safe for those recovering from injuries or managing chronic pain. However, an alternative of this would be physical therapy, rehabilitation, and focused workouts, which can include things such as low-impact classes such as Pilates or swimming.
The next thing I'm going to be talking about is why certain individuals are suited more for negative reps than others, and based on their specific needs. The people that benefit most are intermediate to advanced lifters. This is because they have already developed a foundational strength and technique which is reducing risk of injury. They can control heavier loads during the eccentric phase, maximizing muscle tension and damage, which is the key to hypertrophy, and they have better mind-muscle connection, which allows more precise execution. The justification is that studies show advanced lifters gaining more muscle and strength while including eccentric overload training, which means using heavier loads during negative reps. However, people who should avoid using or doing negative reps are beginners. This is because they have lack of neuromuscular control and baseline strength that may make negative reps unsafe, and is a greater risk of DOMS, which is delayed onset muscle soreness and injury. Or people with certain joint or tendon issues because they have uncontrolled eccentric loading, and it can worsen joint instability or tendon inflammation if not properly managed. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is why certain individuals are more suited for HIIT than others, and it is based on their specific needs. The first group is individuals seeking time-efficient workouts. This is because HIIT delivers comparable or greater benefits in their cardiovascular health, fat loss, and metabolic improvements than longer duration, moderate intensity exercise in a fraction of time. It is also ideal for busy professionals, parents, or students with limited time. Another group that has benefits is people with intermediate to advanced fitness levels. This is because HIIT places a high demands on the cardiovascular, muscular, and nervous system. Another is that trained individuals are better equipped to handle the intensity and recover properly between bouts. And the last one is it reduces injury of risk. It reduces the risk of injury compared to beginners who may lack of technique or foundational fitness. So, the people who should avoid HIIT are beginners or deconditioned individuals. This is because the risks are that there is higher injury risk due to the poor technique, joint instability, or low muscular endurance, and they may not tolerate the cardiovascular strain, leading to dizziness, nausea or overextension.